Hello children, welcome back to my channel Learning Science with Aishwarya. How are you all doing? Hope you all are good. So today we are going to study our next chapter, excretory products and their elimination. Alright. In this chapter we have discussed the structure of excretory system and nephrons, and then we have started urine formation also. Okay, but I just want to make you aware of the previous topics we have discussed already. So urine formation, means formation of urine, okay, inside the kidneys, right? This urine formation actually contains three main processes. Step by step this occurs. So urine formation basically contains three main phases, like the number one is glomerular filtration, alright. Second is tubular reabsorption, and third is tubular secretion. Children, see, glomerular filtration we have already studied in detail. You can check the link given in the classroom. So glomerular filtration, after that we come to tubular reabsorption. But before that I want to clear some of the things, like in this chapter we discussed about this. Okay, this is what excretory system having pair of kidneys, then ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, all these things, and then we discussed about structure of the kidneys also, okay, in detail. Then, and one more thing to be noted here, in this kidney we have small units, okay, they combine together and they functions. Actually those small units are the main components of the kidney where urine is formed, okay. And what are those small structures called? Those small structures are called as nephrons, okay. Each kidney has 1 million small structures. Now you can imagine how much this structures are small, okay, वो बहुत छोटे होते हैं and they are called as nephrons. But if we talk about their these miniature structure, उनका structure क्या होता है nephron का, वो भी हम discuss कर चुके हैं already. See, this is the structure of the nephron, okay. We have discussed all the parts of the nephron, which is this. This is the capillaries. These are the blood capillaries called as glomerulus, जहाँ से blood आता है आपकी body से यहाँ पर filter होने, okay. And then this is the Bowman's capsule, then PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle, DCT, and finally the collecting duct, okay. Now here this is actually the structure. The nephron is actually the structure where urine is formed, all right. So the first process which we have discussed, that is glomerular filtration. That means the part, this region is actually the glomerular filtration wala region. यहाँ पर क्या होगा आपका filtration होगा. See, blood is coming inside here through afferent arteriole. This is the artery which is carrying the blood inside this, okay, Bowman's capsule, making a network of capillaries which is called as glomerulus. Here the cells are present which are called as podocytes, okay, through which what happens, the blood gets filtrated, the important substances like proteins, okay. In this phase the important substances like proteins, they are not going towards the next part of the nephron, okay. They are just reabsorbed back to the body or the blood. So but other substances along with the blood, they come here and they move to the next part of the nephron. See children, what happens, urine formation occurs step by step, okay. When blood reaches here, some of the substances are removed and some of the substances are still present in the blood, okay. So धीरे धीरे slowly the important substances which are required by your body, अब अगर सब कुछ ही यूरिन में चला जाएगा, आपके important nutrients, glucose, amino acids, vitamins and all सारे यूरिन में चले जाएंगे, what happens? It will be good for you? No, not, okay. So this is the function of the nephrons, because the blood which is carrying important nutrients also, this nephron will remove all those nutrients from the urine to make it more concentrated. मतलब urine में सिर्फ क्या रहना चाहिए? Nitrogenous wastes. Nitrogenous wastes मतलब which contains nitrogen, urea, okay, all these substances which are not good for the body, जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं अनवांटेड वेस्ट, ओके. सो वही रहना चाहिए यूरिन में. तो बाकी के इंपॉर्टेंट सब्सटेंसेस हैं जो आते हैं थ्रू दिस कैपिलरी, ओके. those are finally removed step by step. एक साथ नहीं होगा. Glomerular filtration में ये सब कुछ नहीं होगा. Okay, धीरे धीरे important substances जो हैं वो क्या होते जाते हैं, reabsorb होते जाते हैं. That we are going to study in the further topic. Now see, in the first topic you have discussed about glomerular filtration, okay, where some of the substances like proteins, they do not pass, okay. So this is called as ultrafiltration or glomerular filtration. Now we are going to study today the next two topics, which are tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion. Now see what it means. Reabsorption's meaning is what? See, this is actually the structure of again nephron, right? You know that kidney contains two parts. The upper one is called as, or the outer side peripheral portion is called as cortex, right? And the inner part of the kidney is called as medulla, all right? So this region is actually cortex and this region is actually medulla, all right? So here also you can see all these structures of nephron. This is nephron, right? But some of the structures like glomerulus, PCT, DCT, distal convoluted tubule, and half part of collecting duct, this is present in the cortex region. Now आपको पता है cortex kidney में कहाँ होता है, okay? And the inner side we have loop of Henle and collecting duct, all right? PCT, convoluted tubule, means the tubule which is highly convoluted. बहुत ज़्यादा उसमें zigzag structure होता है. वैसे ही convoluted tubule एक और होती है जिसको हम distal convoluted tubule बोलते हैं, behind the proximal one. So like this, and finally this leads to the main collecting duct, okay? And the U-shaped structure which is formed in the nephron is called as loop of Henle, okay? आपने सब कुछ पढ़ लिया already, but I'm still remembering you so that it becomes easy to understand the concerned topic. All right, now first of all, you should know the meaning of reabsorption. What happens, children? The blood which is coming here, that contains some important nutrients which are important for your body, right? So those important nutrients are then reabsorbed or just simply move from this, okay, nephron or these tubules into the blood. Means into the cortex region and then into the blood. Means the important substances which are required by the body, उनको तो urine में नहीं जाना चाहिए, okay? That will not be good for the body makeup. So that is removed from the filtrate. This is the filtrate which is forming here, okay? That is removed from the filtrate to the bloodstream, okay? So this is called as reabsorption. Means जो यहाँ already आ चुका है, the substances which have already entered, they will again go back, reabsorbed into the body, okay? Because those are important substances and we cannot lose them, all right? So this is the simple meaning of reabsorption, okay? Then what is the meaning of tubular secretion? Now tubular secretion means the substances which are like some ions, like ammonium ions, hydrogen ions, which are not good, okay, they should be removed. So वो कहाँ से जाते हैं? वो outer जो cortex region है, जो outer side है या जो blood stream है, they are again, they move from that region to the filtrate, okay? So that is called as secretion. Means reabsorption में important substances move back to the bloodstream, and secretion means from the bloodstream the unwanted substances, they move to the filtrate. This is the difference between reabsorption and secretion. So I hope you got the idea. Now we can discuss further. So this was the meaning of reabsorption here. You can see 99% of the filtrate has to be reabsorbed by the renal tubules, okay? Renal means kidney. जो भी आपके जो tubules हैं, इनसे approximately 99% of the filtrate has to be reabsorbed. Now you can calculate how much maximum substances are important, okay? So that means they have to be reabsorbed. And like substances, glucose, amino acids, now you know glucose is important substance, okay? अगर urine में release होता है, that means release होता है तो आपको क्या problem हो सकती है? Diabetes की, okay? So this is not good for this. So reabsorption of all these important substances are required, and this reabsorption can take place either by active or passive mechanisms, okay? Active, you know, with the help of energy, and passive without the help of energy. Now let us discuss one by one. First part, we will take up proximal convoluted tubule, PCT. this portion. Okay, so what happens here usually, PCT contains some cuboidal epithelium cells. Okay, cube-like structural cells are present. Okay, they increases its area, surface area, so that more important substances will be reabsorbed. Okay, so all the essential nutrients, about 70 to 80% electrolytes, means sodium, potassium ions, all those electrolytes, and even water are reabsorbed. Okay, and it helps to maintain pH or ionic balance of the body. Okay, now what are those substances which are actually reabsorbed here? It is given here. You can see this is the sign where the substances are moving to the bloodstream. Sodium chloride, these are the electrolytes. Then water is also moving back, because these all are important substances for the body. Then important nutrients, and what are those nutrients? Like glucose, amino acids, vitamins, potassium ions. Okay, so these are actually reabsorbed, and at the same time tubular secretion क्या हो रहा है, कौन से substances है which are going to the filtrate, like hydrogen ion, ammonia, okay, which is not required by the body in enough amount, in more amount, so that is secreted to the filtrate. All right, so this is the role of the PCT. Now we take up the next Henle's loop. What is Henle's loop? The U-shaped tube is called as Henle's loop. It contains two arms. Can you see the limbs? This one and this one, which is moving towards the medulla or downside, we call descending limb. Okay, and which is moving towards the upper side, towards the cortex, we call it ascending limb. So it contains two limbs, descending as well as ascending limb, and complete U-shaped tube is called as loop of Henle or Henle's loop. So what happens actually here? See, in ascending limb, minimum reabsorption takes place, ज़्यादा कुछ reabsorb नहीं होता है. So main role is performed by usually descending loop. Actually descending loop is, you can see here, permeable to water but impermeable to electrolytes. That means in this descending limb, water can be moved, water can be reabsorbed to the medulla or the bloodstream, but the electrolytes are not moved. I mean the ions, okay, like sodium, chloride, all these are not moved. Only water, for water it is permeable, but for electrolytes it is not permeable. Okay, but if we talk about the ascending limb, it is impermeable to water. देखो पूरा opposite. Okay, it is impermeable to water but allows transport of electrolytes actively or passively. That means this ascending limb, water is not reabsorbed but electrolytes can be, or they are reabsorbed. Okay, so this is the difference between two limbs. Now next is distal convoluted tubule. Again here reabsorption of sodium, water takes place, and some other ions are there like bicarbonate ions. Okay, see, this is the DCT, distal convoluted tubule, where some electrolytes, water, bicarbonate ions are reabsorbed because they are important for the body, whereas some other ions like potassium ions, hydrogen ions, they are secreted into the filtrate. So ये हो गया tubular secretion और ये हो गया reabsorption. Okay, so this is the function of the DCT. Now the last part of the nephron is collecting duct. This is the long duct which extends from cortex region to the medulla, inner parts of the medulla. See, अब जो जैसे जैसे as soon as the filtrate is moving from all these parts, urine is becoming more concentrated. More concentrated means the important substances are reabsorbed to the body, and now urine is left with unwanted substances, mainly nitrogenous wastes. Okay, so but if still some of the water is still remaining in the collecting duct, so large amount of water is reabsorbed from this region. Okay, if still more amount of water is remaining in this, so here finally water is again reabsorbed to the body. Okay, so that we get concentrated urine. So this segment allows passage of small amount of urea also. Okay, and this part is important as it maintains ionic balance of the body. Okay, so this is, children, about structure of nephron as well as urine formation, how urine formation occurs, reabsorption occurs, secretion occurs, important substances goes back to the body, and harmful materials are moved to the filtrate, and finally concentrated urine is obtained. Okay, so this was about the urine formation, having 3 steps. Now today's last topic which I'm going to cover here, it's very short topic and easy. Micturition. Now what is micturition? See, in micturition what happens, now you know that in nephron urine is formed. Okay, now urine formed in the nephrons is carried to where, you know the structure, एकदम से आपके mind में structure आना चाहिए किसका, अब excretory system का, where you have kidneys, inside kidneys you have nephrons, then ureter, urinary bladder, urethra. Okay, now what happens after urine formation, this urine is carried to the urinary bladder. Okay, urinary bladder में जाता है आपका urine. Okay, and then finally it is stored वहाँ पर for the temporary time के लिए वो क्या हो जाता है, वहाँ पर store हो जाता है. And finally a signal is goes to the CNS. CNS means central nervous system. अब वहाँ पर आपके signal जाता है कि yes, now this is the time to release the urine out. Okay, and for that what happens, urinary bladder is becoming stretched. Okay, and it, because it's getting filled with urine, so it becomes stretched for a short period of time. Now as the CNS gets the signal, what happens then, CNS passes this motor message. अब जो उसको message मिला उसको further pass करते हैं जो message, that is called as motor message. Okay, and that message reaches the smooth muscles of bladder. Bladder contains muscles. Okay, and those muscles get the message that you have to release the urine out. So what happens, these smooth muscles work, and finally what happens, relaxation of urethral sphincter, जो opening होती है urethra. Okay, उसका क्या होता है, वो relax हो जाता है, जिस वजह से क्या होता है, the urine comes out and you feel relaxed. Okay, so if we talk about the particular or specific definition of micturition, the process of release of urine is called micturition. In simple words, okay, the process of release of urine is called micturition, and how it occurs I have just explained. All right, but some of the things further you should know, that an adult human, जो adult human होता है, that excretes around 1 to 1.5 liters urine per day. Okay, and the color of the urine is light yellow, slightly acidic होता है, जिसका pH होता है 6.0. Okay, and it contains 25 to 30 gram of urea which is excreted out per day. मतलब per day आप कितना यूरिया excrete करते हो, 25 to 30 grams. Okay, and but by chance if there is any problem in the body and in the urine glucose is also present, अच्छे से reabsorb नहीं हो पाया है, glucose and ketone bodies are also there in urine, so that can be indication of diabetes, which is called as diabetes mellitus. मीन्स जिनको होता है ना, हम बोलते हैं उनको शुगर हो गई है, तो वो क्या है कि यूरिन में आपका जो ग्लूकोज है वो पास हो रहा है, दैट इज़ द एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम. ओके, so this is about the complete you can say the structure of nephron and along with the urine formation and micturition. So I think you all understood it well. अगर कोई भी doubt है, if you have any complaint you can ask me in the comment box also, and किसी और वे से भी मैसेज कर सकते हैं कुछ भी करके. So that's all for today children. Have a good day. Bye bye.